Welcome back to another daily video update on USDJPY. So we closed the day. Now we did close the day strong, so we are likely to break this high. When I say likely to break this high, because we are at the end of the week, we might see a retracement down somewhere into this zone. If we don't sweep this high, then next week will be possibly the day that it will sweep. Now, I am still short, and I did say I was shorting in this zone. So this is all my shorts right there. The reason I didn't close my trade yet is because we actually haven't closed above this zone. So I will be watching today. Today's Friday, so we've had a bullish week. I'm expecting a pullback to a zone. So I did go pretty heavy up here. So I am looking to exit this trade. I'd love to exit right here. That'll give me actually some good profit. Not the zone that that I was originally intending it to go, but just something to watch. So if we take a look at the higher time frame, a pullback out of the charts, we can see that there is a trend line that is a bit higher. So that is the trend line that we have on the higher scale. And I don't know if you recall, I said this zone here, I spoke about it a couple days ago. We never got the sweep of this strong bullish candle. So I'm expecting us to come into this zone at some point before a strong pullback, which if you look at it, that is highly possible to come into this zone to then reject off it or bounce off it. So we need to just monitor that. For now, what we see is this high. Oops, let's clear this chart up a bit. So we see this high getting swept. And if we take a look, this is your wick zone. Because we closed a little bit weaker than I anticipated, which was possibly because of this zone. So all the people were taking profit off of this break of structure on the lower time frame. That's why we got that pullback. I am expecting this day to go further down up to here. Would be a TP1 on shorts to then possibly target this zone here. And if we look at the 4 hour, we can see that the 4 hour also, so this is still a pretty strong 4 hour candle, but we did get this bullish candle, almost broke it. We had this sorry, did I say bullish? Bearish candle. We still have this bearish candle that actually been holding out quite strongly. So the sellers are actually still possibly into this trade. So they're going to be aiming for this zone. So that'll be TP's zone. But because we're weakening, the true take profits are right here. And then the next zone will be down here. Right there. And this is a wick, which is that daily wick. So that's where buyers would start stepping in to try to take this further. There's a bit of a trend line there, which is following strong trend line up. I will be looking for short scalps off of this 1 hour. So I will probably start adding some short scalps here. Break this high. So I'd be looking for something like this. Your stop loss has to be where your stop loss needs to be. I think I spoke about this. You can go like this, but you're likely to get swept because there's a little bit of a gap here. So it might want to go into this gap. And then you're going to want to at least take it down to here. but it would be good to get it down there. That'll give you a good just scale in if you want to try get into that short, but also be aware that we could sweep the high. I will have a short setup up here if this fails. But yeah, just monitor the market, see how it's going. For now, the start of the day, I'm expecting a pullback. And being Friday as well, and I'm pretty sure we have news today. Yeah, we got news today. So today's going to be a crazy day. Today's going to be a real crazy day. So just watch out, watch for liquidity sweeps. So what happens sometimes before news, you might get a massive pull up to take liquidity and then come back down to a zone. So from what I see it coming down to this zone because buyers are right here. This whole zone here, this is buyers area to then possibly go further low, just depending on how it all pans out. But I see this going down here to then stabilize and see if we're going to make a new leg up or we're going to go all the way back down here. Look, I'd love to see this day close bearish because then I would be more inclined for Monday, Tuesday to come back further down. So I'll show you what I'm talking about there because this is your week. Now this is a big candle, strong candle. I'm expecting a pullback into this candle to then go up again or just continue down. Look, we just got to monitor. I can't say right now what's going to happen because this weekly candle hasn't closed. This weekly candle could go up here and then close down here, which would tell me that the bears are ramping up. So the bears are actually going to want to take this further down here. But we just have to wait before we make that assumption. Apart from that, it's all we can say really. Daily gets swept, if not today, then next week, which will be good because that'll give me a good trade for the start of next week. I'd like to see this go down. And if you do play that card, so how you want to structure that that trade, you can do a scale-in method where you buy at the wick. So one buy there, you can have one buy there, and then buy here. If it goes that low, I'm not really going to be buying. All I know is this is a support zone. So if you take a look at the daily, here's your support. So from there onwards can be another bounce to break this high. But just like I said, watch the market. This was the only candle that I expected a bearish momentum because we had the long wick, small body. But that just went against me. That got swept out, which is fine. So we are in the short here, and I'm still holding it until I am 100% convinced that we're making a new high. This will be my last daily video update, and I'll only be doing weeklies and monthlies on TradingView. You can check the bio and stuff. I've got some other places that I'll be posting, but I won't be promoting that on this. Yeah, happy trading, everyone.